It is about 7:30 in the morning. I've came out to get some fresh air. I was a little bit unwell for a couple of days. I had a temperature as a reaction to an insect bite, but I'm okay now. But I wanted to get out and get some fresh air and get out in early in the morning so I could take off the mask. And as you can see, possibly, it is a beautiful fresh morning. So lots of lovely fresh air for my lungs to take in and get healthy. This is a Beijing, what I call a raw video, and it's just about me walking and talking to you really. And I wanted to come back to a couple of subjects. And the first thing is I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone. I woke up this morning, I checked my subscriber total, and I'm at 1,600 or so, which is just amazing when you think about it. I'm just a little guy from a place called Drumchapel in Glasgow, and I live in China, and I've decided to pick up a camera, get over my nervousness, get over my worry about how I speak or my confidence in public speaking, pick up a camera, wander around and share my experiences, and people are tuning into that, which I think is fantastic. So thank you for that, 1,600 subscribers. I'm really pleased with that, although I did say when I was talking to Lisa, is that there is 7 billion people in the world, so there's room for improvement. So anyway, that was that. The other thing I wanted to discuss was this idea of why I blog. And it came from a posting on the comments box where someone had said, "Oh my God, another one," which I took it as someone implying that there was another Western person video blogging about China. And yes, that's what I'm doing. But not necessarily all about China, because my channel is called For All Life's Adventures, and at the moment I'm living in China, and that's a starting point. And one of the things when you're going to do anything is just to start, and I learned that from my mate Donkey back in Scotland, who also has a small channel. He just went for it, and I thought that's brave. So yeah, I'm doing the same. So the question then is not so much about why blogging in China. It's more to do with why blogging. So I wanted to address that. Why blog? So the first reason is the day job. I've got a great day job. I have to say it's a fantastic job, and I work with incredible people. But what I don't have is a finished piece of work. It's just a continuous thing from day to day. So I was missing this idea of creating something, having something like a building that you may have designed and built. I know that's a grand comment, but I was missing that fulfillment. So I wanted to create something, and this is what this is about, creating things. The second thing, I think, was I was looking ahead, and I was realising that at some point you die. Yeah, we all die, and this has been a tough year, and a lot of people have been touched by that, and it's super sad. But there's a bit in between when you stop working and then you die, which is called retirement. And I started to think about, what do I want to do when I retire? And I'm not a big golf fan. Scotland is a home of golf, obviously, but I wanted to travel and share, and maybe share using this medium. So that was part of the other idea for doing a blog like this, was to travel and share maybe when I'm retired. And another third reason, which is a little bit about giving back. When you get older, you realise that you want to maybe give back a little bit to the world, or help other people, or I don't know, you just become a little bit more aware of other people, and there's a little bit of me of wanting to share my journey so that I might inspire somebody else to do something similar, and then they do some good in the world. So there's a little bit of giving back. It's been a tough year for everyone. This is my second year away from the family, and it takes its toll. And one of the things that I get from the editing process is an element of mindfulness. It feels like jigsaw making to me. And it reminds me of my father. My father passed a few years back. I remember watching him making a jigsaw puzzle, and he always looked at peace. And you could see on his face concentration, and I think we call that mindfulness now. So when I'm editing a video, it feels like jigsaw making, and I get an element of mindfulness from it. So I recommend it. I do everything mostly on the phone. Now, I bought some other stuff, but I always default back to the phone. And I use a piece of software called LumaFusion. So with a phone and that software, I can do almost everything. Really mind-boggling when you see what the wired world is like and how easy it is to get on board. And yes, that is my comments this morning that I'm referencing. It's like being in school, cheating in the exams. Again, I come back to why China. So, yes, why China? I live in China. It's an amazing place to live, and I've been living here for 5 years. What I started to see was that the media, the Western media, which I have access to here, is not given the same experience of what I'm feeling and seeing on a day-to-day basis in China. And I just felt that was unfair. It just didn't seem accurate. And there's quite a few of us, people in China, living in China and sharing their experiences, because I think we all feel the same, which is what you're being told in the media is not what I'm experiencing day to day. So I just felt that was unfair. So I'm not going to comment too deeply on it, but the reason for sharing is just to share what it's like here in China, so you can make up your own mind. The other thing, looking at my notes, as I said, my channel is For All Life's Adventures, which is an interesting throwback to a previous job I had, and I know some people may recognise that. It's For All Life's Adventures, and I'm hoping to share more as I travel around and more about other things, stuff and travel and just stuff in general. So maybe over time it'll become more than just blogging about China, but at this moment in time, I live in China and it's what I'm familiar with. So that's why I'm talking about China. So I hope you don't mind. But if you do, then don't watch. You're free to do that. That's about me for this morning. I just wanted to get out and get some fresh air and maybe do a Beijing raw comment or video. So there's a few things on this week. Obviously, it's Christmas week. So I'm off on holiday. I've got a couple of things planned that I'll share video with you. I'm going to Christmas market today, and later on Monday I'm meeting Bruce, and we're going to go and visit another place in Beijing. He's just an incredible man who's been here for 34 years and so much knowledge. He's from my hometown in Glasgow. If you haven't seen any of the videos, then please check them out. What else am I doing? I'm going to go to Universal Studios in Beijing and share that, and then maybe have a quiet sort of Christmas, because I'll definitely be maybe low missing the family and stuff. But anyway, that's me. I hope you don't mind this video. If it's not your thing, then move on to another video. But every now and again I will do this. I will just come out and have a wander around and a chat and be a little bit more raw, less editing. Although